r/AskReddit by Reddit Stories. What's the most inconvenient trait about yourself? Drinking booze like gasoline to an engine. Same, except I'm sober now. Went to the ER/hospital twice for booze, and inpatient rehab once. Sober 212 days now, and don't ever want to return to those dark times. But is that engine in a Prius? Acne. It's all over my back. Not the end of the world, but it's annoying. I'm sure you've heard all of this before, but if not, here's some stuff that might help. I'd invest in a backwasher thing. A sponge type would be ideal just because scrubbing acne with a bristle brush would make it worse. It's hard to wash your back, so unlike the rest of your body, oil and dead skin can build up there. There's body wash that helps to treat it, but I can't vouch for its effectiveness. Diluted tea tree oil can help as well. I'd suggest mixing it in a spray bottle, though unless you have someone who can help you out, using it might be difficult. Also, do not use this method if you have cats. Tea tree oil is extremely toxic to them. When showering, do another quick round of body washing after you rinse out your conditioner. Just finished my third round of Accutane because my acne decided to return, only on my back. But goddamn if it didn't come back with a vengeance. But yeah, it's annoying as fuck. And ugly and painful. But at least there's a way to fix that. Do you ever refer to it as backne? I have a hard time asking for help and just do too much on my own, because that way I'm sure it gets done and done correctly. I always avoided asking for help out of embarrassment. Took a long time to realize that asking for help doesn't mean you're weak, and accepting help doesn't mean you're being pitied. I'm an alcoholic. 18 months sober. Nice one. Congrats. Congrats. I'm proud of you. Low self-esteem. I always say, you can't have low self-esteem if you just don't have any at all. I usually don't finish what I say. I always finish people's sentences. I've got the same problem. Caffeine makes me go deaf. I have Meniere's disease, which means my inner ear is really bad at regulating fluid balance. Caffeine can cause my ear to retain fluids, swelling and making me temporarily lose my hearing and go dizzy. It's not a huge deal day to day, but was a pretty substantial issue in college during exam week. Same for me but with Advil. Too clingy, extremely fearful of abandonment. Hey, don't be sad because I just assumed you don't like this about yourself, but I love clingy people. There is nothing better than getting constant hugs from someone on a bad day, and I love giving hugs and being close to people. I'm also clingy, but I don't show it since I'm a guy and it can seem kind of weird. I think clinginess in a girl is really cute, and I know that there are people around you that likes this clinginess. I too are also extremely afraid of abandonment, so you are not alone. Now I am not the person to give you a good hug, even though I would like to, and make you happier, but I know someone will. I just assumed you get sad about your problems and needed some support, so if you didn't need it, sorry. But here you are. I'm very codependent. Same. I'm so forgetful. Things slip my mind the moment I enter a new room. I feel like Dory. Turned out I had ADHD. I've always struggled with even the smallest things to remember. There are solutions if you're curious. When my parents ask me to do something, I forget once I turn around to walk out the room, so they always end up asking me twice. When I play video games, I try to crouch in the game an even number of times. Teabagger. I see the worst in people. I get distracted really easily. Actually, right now I'm taking a 5-minute break from my schoolwork that's now a 30-minute break. I wanted to get some work done today. I wrote down what I had to do this morning at 10. It's 4 p.m. now, and guess how much I got done XD? At least you did something before. I was supposed to go do biology today. Guess what? My ADHD and anxiety. Not sure whether it's the clumsiness or the forgetfulness or the other thing I can't remember right now that is also super annoying. Probably best if I just leave it as the ADHD. I sometimes wonder if I have ADHD or if my brother has it. It's hard for me to lie. But sometimes you have to. It really hurts my soul every time when I need to do something like that. With me it's swearing. I try to refrain from it, and when people actively ask me to swear, I'm not able to. The guilt I would feel, I don't know, I just can't swear. Same. Even if it's something nice like a surprise for someone. I do like the fact that I cannot lie, but I've ruined some surprises because I couldn't think of a lie or just accidentally revealed something. Procrastination. My biggest weakness. I spend a lot of time cringing about dumb shit I did when I was 16. I can't really lie or it's really obvious. Same, but weird how society makes that look like an inconvenient trait, huh? Being honest shouldn't be in any way bad. I get big ideas and start working on them, then quit 10 minutes in. Also, I'm only smart when I don't really need to be. You're either intelligent or you're not. God, yes. Starting lots of things, and then giving up when it turns out they require annoying things like time and effort to accomplish. I hate vulnerability emotional wise. So I never open up, and I'm scared I'll hurt relationships because of it. I have the exact opposite. I can't keep anything to myself and get hurt quite often because of that, because I open up, and look for validation, to people of who I know will tell me things I don't want to hear. With you. Trying to open up is frightening and potentially rewarding/damaging. It's easier to stay in the mental safe space. Self-sabotage. I have a very long torso. It's hard to find shirts that fit well. Same, but with legs/pants. Edit, especially now that those stupid high-rise pants are everywhere, those things end at the middle of my calves. I'm really stupid. I've considered a mental retardation test. Well, like say like the words and like a lot, like even when I'm like writing. I work a high-stress job and I can't handle stress, and I can't change either in these times. Not OCD but OCD tendencies. I have to gather all the loose shopping carts around me at the store and straighten the crooked carts in the cart corral. No matter what the weather is, I cannot stand when lazy people leave their carts. My husband has started cranking the car and threatening to leave me there to make me stop. My lack of superpowers is horribly inconvenient. My social ineptness mixed with my thirst for knowledge. What you say? You're triggered by this gory picture. Yes, oh my god, that's so cool. What's it like? Always the wrong thing to say at the wrong moment. You're the kind of person I would love in a story or show XD, especially when it's genuine interest and not sadistic pleasure XD. Hating every sound of every other person close to me. Breathing, talking, laughing, etc. I hate it. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but when I go to say it, it all comes out at once and I end up talking absolute shit, which then makes me anxious and talk faster. Really fucked up some job interviews because of it. I have a third nipple, which I guess is fairly common. I'm very indecisive. When there are too many choices, I get overwhelmed and give up. My unusually large penis, leave M like Terry Crews in White Chicks. Wanna trade? Empathy and sympathy. I fall too hard, too fast. For everyone, friends, girlfriends, jobs. I get easily captivated. Not being able to see without glasses. Predisposition to senescence. Chronically ill. I have an unhealthy amount of love to pet dogs. I have to poop twice every morning. Once within 15 minutes of getting up, and then once again within an hour. I've been told my husband and I are that couple that get way too gushy with each other and cause people to have the marriage/commitment talk. Can't help it, he's really the best partner in the world. Our daughter will probably develop premature wrinkles from constantly cringing. I can't do anything halfway, or balanced. It's all or nothing. Total excess or absolute zero. My natural girl repellent called my face r/bon appleton. Overthinking, that sometimes led to inaction. I'm ugly. And yet you review nudes? According to SpongeBob and Patrick, you gotta say I'm ugly and I'm proud. I always have to step on the squares of concrete evenly, left then right. Never two lefts one right. I absolutely hate confrontation, and on top of that I'm a people pleaser. Not a good combo. That sounds like a tiring life. Lazy, so very lazy. And I overeat constantly, it's so hard to stop. Also there's very little self-esteem and a tendency to people please, depression, self-isolation. My existence is inconvenient really. Well, self-isolation is a good thing RN, winky face. They do all sound connected though, which is a good thing, because if you fix one of them, you might fix all, laughing face. Oh god, oh fuck, I just looked down, please help. So apparently I have a good personality? But I'm very clingy. Not a bug turn on for girls. Getting better at pushing it out though. BTW, not like controlling clingy, just like I think about them a lot and want to talk to them all the time. Extremely annoying trait of mine. I kinda got over this by applying the 10-minute rule. If I still want to say the thing I wanted to say 10 minutes later, I text/call, just save it in notes or something in the meantime. If it doesn't seem important anymore, I leave it. I noticed that people sometimes didn't pay attention to the important messages because I sent a lot of unimportant ones, and this kinda helps. Maybe it help you too. Edit. This obviously doesn't apply when you have a live conversation in chat/on the phone. I grew up on a house that yelling was how we spoke. Think George Constanza's parents. I sound angry when I'm not all the time. I'm incredibly direct and I believe in talking things through. I am not an asshole usually, just not afraid to share where I stand when asked or provoked. I have tact, I just believe the truth is usually better. Extreme and very hard to control rage. Overthinking, all day, every day. I'm so hard-headed that I rarely listen to anyone's advice, including my own, and I'm extremely rash. Rushing into things is my forte. My devotion to master. I'm so fucking lazy. My aggers Zion and dyslexia. I hate, loathe, despise, and detest myself. Anyone who thinks otherwise I'm immediately suspicious of and treat accordingly. I'm an alcoholic. My balls while cycling. I often wonder how truly free we ball owners are while cycling. Settling for mediocrity and choosing pleasure over the glory of hard work. Temper, but only with certain things. I don't want to list them as it would look like a virtue signal the size of the bat signal. But, they really get me up to 11 in an instant and I have to be very conscious of it because it is often followed by guilt and apologies due to what was a disproportionate response. Working on it. Eczema. That I got hepatitis from my mom. The fact that I'm always stuttering in front of a group of people. Scoliosis. Actually, that's a side effect of the real inconvenient trait. My right leg is longer than my left. I'm obsessed with my pineapples IG. I don't even like people when they touch my pineapples. I'd kinda get really mad. One time my grandma ate one of my pineapples so I just dropped a pineapple on her head. Rip grandma. I still love you grandma but you shouldn't have ate my pineapple. Unless I drop carbs/sugar from my diet I cannot lose weight. CICO doesn't work. 2-a-days at the gym including cardio doesn't work. Hockey and martial arts didn't work. Keto was the only thing that worked, and more recently carnivore. As an Italian, this hurts, but it is just the way my body works unfortunately. Sweaty hands. I'm fucking lazy. My indecisive nature. Or maybe being fat. I can't decide. Overthinking. I know others have their own lives. I know people are just worried about themselves, and that doesn't mean they hate me. Yet I always find a way to think that I did something wrong or that I made someone upset. I get lost in my vicious circle of overthinking and often find myself tearing up because I'm afraid that I'm hated. Luckily, A combination of medication and remembering all of the kind and loving things that are said to me is helping me. It's not completely gone, so it's still annoying as hell, but I'm getting better. My hips like to dislocate themselves at will and I'm a dancer. My tendency to never try anything unless I can be guaranteed to be instantly good at it. That sure hasn't worked out so well in life. Being overly blunt or stubborn. That and not asking for help when clearly I need help. Bonus my boss telling me I have too much integrity and I care too much. I joke around too much sometimes. Humor is a way for me to deal with emotions and anxiety, but sometimes I don't know when to stop and I end up joking around at times I should be serious. I can tell it bugs people, and it's something I'm working on, but it's not easy. My mental health as a whole. My height, 6 foot, I'm 13. I have some sort of stomach problem where I am almost always nauseous for an average of 20 minutes after I have eaten a meal. Stress also triggers my nausea, which makes all stressful and demanding situations a challenge. I have a lot of tics/stims. One of them is that I constantly touch my lower lip, which is inconvenient in pandemic times. I can't remember names, it took me 3 years to learn all my teachers, and still don't remember my classmates' names. But I can learn any language on communicative level up to 1 month. I am too accommodating to others. I believe that's why I work in healthcare. I see others and feel bad for their situations and try to help at my own expense. Last week, I was almost late to work trying to help a trucker on the side of the road find his destination. Last month, I just got off from work, was walking out the building, then saw a person in need and went back to assist. I constantly accommodate my subordinates' schedule requests and work late myself. I return emails to my supervisor when I'm off or on vacation, work email on phone required. Sometimes I wish I was better at saying no and realize I envy or get the same treatment in return. I've just recognized that it's my cross to bear. As an adult, I've become aware that I generally lack ambition. I'm okay just going along with things, but knowing my capabilities when I am feeling ambitious makes the knowledge a bit depressing. I am extremely tall for my age. Most doorways and light fittings are too low, so I bang my head a lot. It looks strange when I'm out with friends as I am at least 1.5 feet taller than them. I also look much older than them. I postpone things. I have anger issues and paranoia. I'm not motivated. A back that hurts all the time. I'm overly sensitive and probably empathetic to the point it's unhealthy. I'll read an article/tweet or watch a TV show about something ever so slightly sad and tear up. It happens several times a day. It's very emotionally draining. Macular dystrophy. My eyes are so bad I can't get a driver's license. I'm ugly, or at least not attractive. Physically, I'm very tall and broad. Makes it a pain to buy decent clothes and I always have to try my best to not be clumsy. Personality, I have trouble finishing projects I start. If I get bored, that's kind of it. Emotionally, I'm just rather stoic and expressionless a lot of the time. Makes people think I'm callous if I don't cry at films and stuff. I'm just not a crier. I forget everything. I'll repeat a statement out loud multiple times and will write things down on my hand. But I'm usually reminded by whoever is with me at the time. I get frustrated really easily. It's a constant struggle. My wife is an angel to put up with me. Trust problems from intense bullying. I change my mind way too easily. If I am talking, I need to use hand gestures, facial expressions, and head and body movement, but my voice always remains monotone. I don't know why, but because of this people tend to mistrust me cause it's seen as me faking emotions. Mate, I smiled at you, pardon if you aren't interesting enough for my voice to change. I am the physical equivalent of Ricardo Lopez. I debate everything. I do this so often a teacher said I'm so good at arguing and do so often that I should be a lawyer. No, you don't. I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed.